Squatting in cross-training shoes or running shoes, not a good idea. Uh, Anybody looking to take up a strength program where they're doing squats or deadlifts, you want to avoid wearing a pair of cross trainers or a pair of running shoes. You do not want any squishiness in your feet. You do not want to be shaking around when you've got several hundred pounds on your back or you're pulling weight off the floor. So anybody who's just new to this, or they've been working out and they're wondering what kind of shoe do I work out in. Well, if you're doing those two events, I would say ditch the cross trainers and get either an old-fashioned sneaker, like a Converse All-Star. You'll see a lot of power lifters using those, or any kind of sneaker that's similar that doesn't have a lot of squish padding in it. Or you can get an Olympic weightlifting shoe. Those are harder to find at a retail store. You can find those online. I think if you go to USA Weightlifting, you can find a pair. And that probably, if your squatting style is more like an Olympic weightlifter, or even like the bodybuilding high bar, getting lower, knees out a little further in front of your heel, then that's the shoe you want. Now, if you really don't care about how you look, squatting in a pair of dress shoes is actually better than squatting in cross trainers. At least the dress shoes have a nice solid wooden heel that just kind of hits the floor. Squatting barefoot, there's nothing wrong with that until you drop a weight on your foot. So you have to take precautions if you're going to squat barefoot. I've done it before. It's good. You got to engage your foot a little more because you don't have any support. So just be cognizant of that if you're going to do that. But I would say wear a shoe just to protect your feet. So I know that cross trainers are marketed as a shoe for working out in, but maybe working out in machines. And I also know that Reebok is sponsoring CrossFit. So maybe if you're a CrossFitter, I know you're going from thing to thing, and having one shoe is to your advantage. But if you could change your shoes real quickly, I would, because I think a pair of shoes, when I'm in a squishy pair of shoes and I'm doing squats, it doesn't feel good. I don't feel stable. Might as well be doing barefoot squats on a Bosu ball. That's another topic right there. So my advice is old-fashioned sneaker, weightlifting shoe. For most of you who just want a shoe that they're going to wear out of the gym, I would just say go with the old-fashioned sneaker when you're doing squats or deadlifts.